yes, as we start off that conversation today, let's have with us in the studio, well, I'm going to call her the chair of the Nenadi-led part of the Labour Party. I don't know how to describe it because we're not quite sure what to do with the Labour Party, but we have Senator Nenadi Usman here with us in the studio. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much, Kayla. Thanks for inviting me.
I mean, you're camera shy. This is your first. It's your first interview with us. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right. So we're trying to get that track together, you know, so we can get exactly what was going on. I think at the time what had happened was everyone is investigating everybody. The Abure-led faction said they are investigating for misconduct. Your own faction said you're investigating him for misconduct. So we're still trying to understand what's going on. And of course, Julius Abure has the right of reply. When he watches this, of course, he's going to want to reply. So let's talk a little bit about the situation with the Labour Party. What is going on?
Well, first, once more, let me thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be here and also to want to hear our own side of the story. Thank you. Generally, you would agree with me that every democracy needs to have a vibrant opposition. So when the opposition wants to become part of the ruling party, then there's a problem. And that is where we are today. Principally, the Labour Party leadership at some point had issues with the INEC because the tenure of Abure and his NWC had come to an end, which was why when INEC had invited leaders of political parties, he attended the meeting and he was told to step out with his secretary. If you remember, we all watched it. And after that, he went to court. And the court now said INEC should recognize him. We, of course, we appealed. Even at the Court of Appeal, judgment was still given in his favor that INEC should recognize him, which is why when you go to the INEC website and you check the names of leaders of all political parties, when it comes to Labour Party, you would see his name and you will see by court order. It's supposed to be by election. People get to, to be leaders of the party through election, not by court order. Okay, we still appealed, went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court looked at the issue critically and said the two lower courts, the first court and the appellate court, they didn't have any jurisdiction in even pronouncing him the leader of the Labour Party or the chairman. Therefore, they said his tenure was over. He was not even, he's not the chairman, he's no longer the chairman of the Labour Party. And the Justice Okoro even went on to advise that, please, leaders, when your tenure comes to an end in an office, please, kindly leave honorably. For me, I am not chairman of the Labour Party to sit and declare myself a chairman, go here, gather a few people, have a convention. If INEC says you don't have leaders, your leadership, their tenure is over, then go and start having congresses right from the ward to the state, to local government state, you do your zonal thing, come and have a national convention where you elect new leaders. And one more thing, please. In all this, what the party did was to look at the major stakeholders and members of the NEC, looked at it and said what we should do is get together a committee that would conduct all these congresses so that at the end of the day we'll have properly elected leaders. And of course, even the Julius Abure, if he still wants to remain chairman, he could go through the election, but he doesn't want to go through election. His NWC, they don't want to go through election. They just want to be using the courts to remain as leaders. And I think that's no good for opposition.
He says that he can expose you people.
Yes.
Yourself, it will be all of you in your faction. He says that when if he exposes you, yes, he says you people will smell like rotten eggs.
Well, I am challenging him to expose us. If you have anybody to expose, you don't go and talk now. You go and expose them. We have a lot of things about him, and that is why The people whom he did it to went to the police. The police are investigating him, and very soon you will hear about it.
I mean, it's a very disappointing situation, and it brings to mind how the Labour Party did a showing for 2023.
Honestly.
Does that, I mean, look at you. You look really disappointed when you think about that. Are you sure you can get that momentum back?
We can get it. We just need to get our acts right. We just need to have good leaders, leaders who come on when people vote for them, people elect them. You come, work for the party. When your tenure is over, you can either go for re-election or you say, okay, I bow out, let others come and be elected. That is how it works. But when you want to say, oh, because I worked hard for the party, why do they want me out? Your tenure is over. Either go and seek re-election, or you just say, I'm bowing out and let younger people come and take over. But you can't say just because you worked hard. It's just like now, you say because you've worked hard for Channels TV, your contract is over, or you've reached age of retirement, then you say you cannot move an inch because you helped in developing the Channels TV, so you are not moving. I hope you are catching my drift. Things don't work like that.
It does feel like since the 2023 elections, the Labour Party has spent so much time dealing with internal squabbles. Internal squabbles, one after the other. Now, actually, we are calling Julius. There's a third person that's also claiming to be a leader of this party. Now, with all of that going on, how much work has gone into the actual job of opposition in your party? Would you say your party has been able to hold the ruling party to account in the 2 years that the Tinubu administration has been in office?
No, my dear sister, no. The answer is no. First and foremost, if there is no vibrant opposition, if we are not looking at the policies of the government that are anti-people and criticizing them to get them to do the right thing, we are not just the Labour Party. Every Nigerian is going to suffer for it. So what we are saying is, please let us put our house in order. Let us have congresses. Let us have a national convention. Let us vote for leaders. Choose leaders that would come, speak truth to power, and make sure that the government of the day delivers on its promises. Like, let people enjoy dividends of democracy. But when you don't even put your house in order, how do you hold the government accountable? You see?
I want to be able to get Ayo to join us in this conversation. Ayo, go on.
Thank you, Kayla. Madam, it's good to see you. One of the accusations, maybe I should, rather allegations, I don't know which word to use for it, madam, is that according to the Abure-led faction, as far as they are concerned, you are not a member of the Labour Party. That you are not a card-carrying member of the Labour Party. Consequently, you shouldn't even be in the position where you are. I know that you're going to refute it, but where is all this coming from?
Well, for some people, when confronted with bare facts, such as these people were, they try to fight dirty, they accuse people of all things. If I could pay for forms, for cards, membership cards, paid them. I paid Bazuagu of Inewi Clement Ojukwu, then he was the National Organizing Secretary. I paid him for cards. I collected the cards. I shared it to all, not just in Kaduna State, all over the nation where I had people. So if I could buy cards, register people, why wouldn't I register myself? It doesn't make sense. Why was I following our presidential candidate, Peter, going around printing wrappers, doing all... Why was I doing that if I was not a member of the Labour Party? Why? Just get... of course, I have a card. I have a card. It's right here. And my ward, if you want to check, my ward is called Jere South Ward, Kagarko Local Government Area, southern part of Kaduna State.
All right, madam.
The Labour Party chairman for my local government is Zafania. And he knows me and I know him.
Well, madam.
And I was one of those funding the activities of the party. So why would I fund the activity of a party if I'm not its member?
Now, one of the things that we have seen in your own disposition over time is a resolution, a way forward. Now, it would seem like all entities to certain interests in the Labour Party is not making any difference. So, in your opinion, what is the way forward? Because an opposition party cannot be its own opposition and be able to make the kind of impact you want to make. So for you, what is the way forward for the Labour Party?
Thank you, my brother. The way forward is for us to go back, call our members, do congresses, conduct congresses right from the ward, go to the local government area, do have congresses done. At the state level we do, so that we choose our leaders. And from there, we'll now get delegates. We already have some statutory delegates, like members that are in the National Assembly, our senators, members in the House of Reps, and those in the state assemblies, and of course, our governor, and Dr. Alex Oti and his deputy. Those are, and the speaker. Those are, they are all statutory delegates to the National Convention. But for us to have the other delegates, we need to go back and start right from the basics to conduct congresses, which will culminate into the National Convention, wherein new leaders will be elected. And as I said, it does not stop Julius Abure from contesting election if he wants. But what we think is not right is for him to want to sit tight and doesn't want to go through the process of being voted for by party members.
While all of this is going on, Senator, there's also the fact that a lot of your lawmakers have left your party.
Not a lot, well, some, yes.
Yes, some.
Yes.
they have left. They have left your party.
Yes.
And they say these are the issues.
Yes.
Do you think your act, well, the party, and also speak to, as we wrap up, just to speak to whether there's a possibility of any reconciliation with Julius Abure and with the other gentlemen, so that we can see a unified front. In fact, we're seeing today from The Guardian, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is saying that there's a major political coalition that involves your party as well to take power from the All Progressives Congress. So just so you can speak to the future of your party.
Well, Kayla, I keep insisting, the future of our party lies in the correct thing being done. If you don't do the right thing, you can never have it right. So once we are able to conduct ourselves the way we should, do our congresses, vote for leaders that people want to govern them, then you know that we have solved more than half of the problem.
But the accusation is that you people are taking a very hard line. It's politics. You can come to some kind of agreement. You can have meetings. You can do all kinds of arrangements so things can move forward. Is that something that, or you're insisting we must do the right thing, we must do like this,
Of course we want to do the right thing, but we did not shut our doors and say we don't want reconciliation or anything. If you've listened to my speeches right from the beginning, I've always said, since the judgment of the Supreme Court came out on the 4th of April, there is no victor, no vanquished. Let's come together in the interest of the Labour Party and the Nigerians who are looking up to the opposition to help them speak truth to power so that the economy can be better for everyone. I've said that. I'm not saying that we want to take on and drive everybody away. No, after all, for a political party to be successful, the more the merrier. Let everybody come, let's work together. But when you keep sending people away, you want to drive your only governor, you want to send your only... Please, who does that? Tell me.
Well, we do have to wrap it up there, Senator. But I want to thank you very much, Senator Nenadi Usman, for being with us on Sunrise Daily, the head of the Nenadi Usman
No.
We don't know how to put it of the Labour Party. But I want to thank you very much for being with us on the program, and good luck with all the work you have ahead of you.
Thank you so much.